Here now with two new movies. Michael Cook's here to review those. We have A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks and The Pale Blue Eyes with Christian Bale.
Let's talk about A Man Called Otto. This premiered today at movie theaters. Stars Tom Hanks. He is a recently retired engineer, a widower, lives in a small little community in Pittsburgh where he sees himself as has to kind of keep the neighborhood up. He's always on his rounds trying to keep the neighborhood clean, and he's just a curmudgeon. He's pretty much mean to everybody. He literally calls people idiots to their face, and he's just not a particularly likable character. A very lonely man. Across the street, at the beginning of the film, moves in a young Mexican family with two little kids, and the wife is pregnant with one on the way, and they sort of just barrel into his life. And there's some darker elements to this film in that the Tom Hanks character wants to end his life because his own wife had recently passed, and as the story unfolds, we learn more about how the character he plays came to be such a curmudgeon and misanthrope, and we see flashbacks to when he was a young man, played actually by his son, Truman Hanks. This movie is based on actually one of my favorite all-time foreign films that came out in 2016, which I think we reviewed on this show, called A Man Called Otto. This one doesn't quite have the edge of the Swedish film, but it's still an enjoyable movie, and it gets very syrupy at times and emotionally manipulative that you just, that you can just feel, okay, they're trying to make you cry here. This is the part, and sometimes it works. It's nice to see Tom Hanks play against the type of America's Dad, and here he's just being a misanthrope, so it was enjoyable to see him really stretch his talents. I like this movie. Again, a little cheesy, a little hokey at times, but all in all, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So,
what's it rated, Michael?
Probably PG-13.
Okay, so it's not too bad. Not too bad.
The next movie to talk about is called The Pale Blue Eye. This premiered today on Netflix. It stars Christian Bale. It's set in 1830. Christian Bale plays a detective. He's called to West Point to investigate a gruesome murder of a cadet. The officials there are worried that if it gets out, there'll be a scandal. But in the middle of the night, not only was this a cadet murdered, but somebody stole his heart. So that that leads to even more problems. Well, Bale's character is having problems solving the case, so he teams up with another cadet to help him solve the murder, who just happens to be a young Edgar Allan Poe, the American poet and writer we all now know. This movie has various twists and turns as Christian Bale.
I saw a Raven.
Exactly. There's some callbacks, if you read some of his stuff, to this. Of course, it's a completely fictionalized version of it. Robert Duvall, Lucy Boynton, Gillian Anderson round out the cast. This is one of these movies that looks very impressive, and at times it's okay. I mean, this is, I guess what I'm driving at, it's kind of, I'm going toward, this is a bit of a mediocre movie. It kind of lingers on for a while. There's a big twist at the end, which is somewhat interesting, but you have to wait all through the whole movie until you get to it. So this is a mediocre film. I give it a 7 out of 10.
I thought I was looking, I didn't see Robert Duvall in any of the things, and you mentioned him. I'm like, oh, okay, you really got me here. I love Robert Duvall. And
just didn't quite work. It's all right. It's, if you like the actors and you like Edgar Allan Poe, maybe to watch it. But
I do like period pieces.
Yeah, you really feel like you're in 1830 cold New England. There's no doubt about that one.
Okay, maybe that doesn't sound so good. Maybe a 2.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Michael.